Hey, do the coach a favor. Sign up for the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here, live on the Soundgarden stage. Where else but Coach's Corner? That's right. You got it right. It's always a lot of fun here every Saturday morning, December 16th. Hey, we're 9 days away from coming down that chimney. I can't wait to see that happen. But it's always a lot of fun here, and I'm glad you could join me, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you name it. I appreciate it, and it's always a lot of fun. So we got through inning number one. Or quarter number one, okay? I am a coach. I get confused. Baseball, basketball, football. But we're in quarter. Now we're in quarter number two. This is where I bring on a guest that, I got to talk to him about what's going on, okay? He took over the program back there in the summer or right before school ended. Lenny Williams, Woodville-Tompkins, legendary head coach. Now at Ware County, he took over the program. He's coming in from Effingham County High School. But, I mean, he's been around. He's coached at Armstrong. He's coached at Savannah Country Day. He's coached at Savannah Christian, Effingham, you name it. Well, hopefully he has found the home here at Woodville-Tompkins. They're off to a 10-1 start, okay? And he's doing just a great job. And he knows the Savannah area because he's been here a long time. No other than joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the head coach for the Woodville-Tompkins Wolverines. That's Travis Priddy. What's up, Coach? How's it going?
I appreciate that. Thank you. It was a great introduction there.
Hey, I mean, I remember watching you coach a 5 overtime game. Remember that game?
As I said, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been a while because my kid was involved in it too. So, but it was a wild one. It was a lot of fun to watch, and I'm glad you could join me. But hey, congratulations on this hot start.
Yeah, it's been kind of a wild ride. We didn't get the job here until school started. And be able to come in and have these guys learn as quickly as they have, it's been something special so far.
I'm just checking. I got to make sure the next guest got the link also. You got to love live internet, live radio. You just got to do what you got to do. But
we all appreciate all the coverage you guys give to the local sportsmen. So I appreciate everything you guys do.
Well, I appreciate that compliment. But you know me, it's just get guys like you, the kids, more extra exposure. And don't get me wrong, you know it and I know it. You've been around here a long time. TOC, JCL, SAV, Savannah Morning News, Dennis, they only got so much space they could write or put stuff up there. So any little bit helps. So, all right. So you're following the legendary Lenny Williams, okay, who has built that program. And you're coming in. Did you expect the success so quick bringing in your system from what Lenny had?
Yes and no. Obviously, we've gotten off to a really good start, but Lenny had built a really good program here. These kids know how to win. So when I took over, I knew that was in them. But the other stuff we're losing. You lost a couple kids who went off and played at college. So when everybody told me, well, it's going to be a rebuild year. It's going to be a rebuild year. They don't have anybody here. That's it's going to take some time. And, when I looked at it, I looked at kids that knew how to win. And if they played hard and know how to win, I thought we'd be in pretty good shape. Now, our schedule's been tough. We played some 4As and 5As and 7As between the Richmond Hills and, the Brunswicks of the world. So we've been tested pretty well, and our kids have responded. So I've been kind of surprised on that point because we're not the biggest team in the world. It seems like every time we go into a game, someone's bigger than us. But our kids have battled, and, like I said, they have done an outstanding job so far this year.
I mean, it's been pretty impressive. And, with your coaching experience, I mean, it's so diverse. I mean, you've been all over the place. How has that made you a better coach now? I mean, because you've been doing this for a long time.
Right. Well, you've been able to take over programs that are a little bit different. So I've kind of had to learn how to adjust and how to kind of tweak my system and what we like to do. So I always try to adjust to what kind of kids I've got. So it's allowed me to kind of be a little bit more diverse in what we like to do and to adjust, kind of to the talent that we've got. So, coming over and taking this program, I told the kids from the get-go, we wanted to be a little bit more disciplined. We wanted to be a little bit more of a better half-court defensive team. And we've done that. We've done a pretty good job of putting in our system and the kids understanding what we're trying to do and how we're trying to play. Because, we go up against guys, we don't have the most talent. Like last night, Caleb jumped. That kid's a phenomenal player, and we just don't have one of those guys that's going to go out and get us 20 a night. So we've got to kind of do it from the team aspect. So we've kind of changed a little bit of how, when Coach Williams was there, you pretty much had a star to go to. We don't have that star. We've got a team offense, team defense, and our kids have bought into that team aspect. And like I said, they've run with it. So I give all the credit to the kids in the world. They've come in, they've bought in from day one, and it's it's been phenomenal to watch.
Well, we know, Lenny had those kids besides, a star player. He had those kids running through the wall. I mean, you're talking, 32 minutes of, as they used to say with the Arkansas Razorbacks, 32 minutes of hell. And I mean,
that's right.
Just ran. I mean, those kids ran them off the wall, and you're bringing it in, and you're getting to believe in it, and you got such a great start. Now, as a coach, because I've done this a long time. How do you feel you're going to be able to maintain these kids at where they are right now? I mean, what are you, 10-1 right now?
10-1 right now. Like I said, we've got a tough stretch coming up. We've got Johnson tonight, which we played last night on a late night, then turn around and get the 2:30 game this afternoon. So that's going to be another tough one. So again, you're talking about another 3A top 10 ranked team. Then you go down. We're going down to Bradwell, and I think at the point Bradwell's undefeated, and then you got Liberty County. So I mean, our non-conference schedule has been really, really tough. So I told the kids we kind of look at it 1 week at a time. And that's kind of how we go to it. We'd like to go undefeated every week. If we can get to 2-1 this week, would be great. But we'll just kind of take it 1 week at a time and see how it goes. And like I said, you know how it is when you get on a winning streak. You just don't mess with it. You just kind of just keep going and do what you've been doing, and hopefully that thing keeps right. Because we didn't expect to start off 10-1. No one did. When we first got here, everybody had told me, you're probably looking at a 500 season. It's going to be a rebuild. And like I said, they've got off to a really good start. So we just keep doing what we're doing, tell our kids, play how we're going to play. And they've done a good job with that.
They're off to a great start. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'm on Soundgarden stage. I'm talking to the head coach over at Woodville-Tompkins, Travis Priddy, who's been around the area a long time, and he's doing a great job. They're off to a 10-1 start. Johnson, I mean Bradwell. I mean, Ty Randolph. Have you ever crossed paths with him? After all these years,
we scrimmaged him first game of the year, lost on a buzzer beater by 2 points. So yeah, we were trying to figure out the other day. I think he was at Groves kind of when I was in there back during Country Day at the time. So I think we've kind of crossed paths before. But he's kind of like Lenny. He plays that style, very fast. Kind of get up in you. So our kids have got to be ready and be prepared for that, because that's what you kind of see in this area. Savannah High's kind of known for that. They kind of get up in you, they pressure you pretty hard in full court, and if you can't handle that, it's going to be a long night for you. So you got Johnson coming in, is going to do the same thing. So we just got to be ready every night. And then one thing we talked about with our kids, with our half-court defense, is our defense will travel. Our defense will always kind of keep us in ball games. And the question comes down, can we score enough points? So defensively, we feel like we've been pretty good. We feel like we still get better. But we feel like pretty much on every given night, if we do the things that we're talking about, and that's take care of the basketball, don't turn it over, play good defense, and make sure we take good shots, then we'll have a chance at getting the win at the end of the night. I still believe this. Offense is going to win you games, but defense is going to win you championships, and that's what it comes down to. And you just perfect segue. You've been around Savannah basketball much, whether it's at Christian, whether it's at Country Day, Effingham, wherever you may be, and there's a basketball culture here, okay? Yeah. And I think Woodville-Tompkins, which is the newest school in the area, has brought into that culture, and and you're going to feel it tonight again when you go against Johnson. It's just we say football's big here in the state of Georgia, right? But basketball is king in Savannah, right? Absolutely. I think our scrimmage game that we had against Bradwell, it was packed. You win Tuesday night, it'll be a packed. I mean, they come out, and especially when you're winning, they're going to come out and they're going to support you. They love their basketball around here. And like I said, you look at some of the teams that we've got. Johnson's been perennial a playoff team and state championship caliber team. Savannah High is really good this year. I mean, and Windsor knocks off Savannah High last night. So I mean, there's a lot of really good basketball teams in this area. Not even counting, the St. Andrews of the world, who's won state championship. So there's a lot of really quality teams, a lot of really quality coaches that have put together some really programs. So to be able to come out and be able to play well in your city, it's a statement to your kids that they've done a really good job, and it was important to our kids. And they like having those bragging rights in the city. So it was important for them to get last night. So when they got back in the locker room, and they were hooping and hollering all night long. So it's important to them, and it's fun to be able to go out and play other teams in the city here and get you some bragging rights.
Yeah, especially playing in a new gym instead of a gym that had a rubber floor. That's for another day. All right, so quickly, two last questions. The kids. Talk about your kids, your new group of kids. I mean, Effingham County, you did a great job last year as the interim coach. Now you're down here, new group of kids. Give a shout-out to those kids.
They've been great. So, the one that I like to talk about initially is the one that's not in the stat sheets all the time. And that's Tyler Grant. He's one of our seniors, and the kid's a warrior. I love that kid to death. He does everything that you can ask for. He's interior. I mean, he's not the biggest kid in the world, but he's always having to guard the other team's center. And he does a great job. He's a phenomenal defender. He can block shots. He just does a great job, does all the little things for us. And sometimes that does stuff in the stat sheet, but he's been like an MVP for us. So Tyler Grant has been absolutely phenomenal. And, he's almost a hockey player now. He's had some issues with getting a tooth knocked out and then still playing. Happened again last night to him, the same one. So, I mean, the kids, he's just a war. And try to get him out. And he's like, no, I'm not going out. I'm staying in. I'm playing. And he did. And he absolutely helped his kids that win. So he's a great kid. Like I said, he's one of our leaders. And then we got Bam Williams, who's another, undersized. I hate to call him a post player because he's not a post player, but he's essentially playing in the post for us. He had 23 last night. I think he's been our leading scorer, and we don't run anything for him. Everything he gets is off effort plays. He runs the floor. He's in the paint. I mean, he just does a phenomenal job. And you want to talk about a kid who's bought into how we're playing. He's 100% bought in. Love that kid to death. So those two have been like in the heart and soul, and they really never come out. And then you got Joey Bell, our little point guard. And, he might be a little, but he's tough, man. He's a little bulldog, and he's kind of running the show, and he is unquestionably our leader. Our guys look to him, they follow him. He's just been great for us as a point guard. He's the table setter. He's the guy that kind of gets us into our offense. He's the leader out on our defense at the top, and so he's done a phenomenal job. So those three kids have been really big, and then you sprinkle in some shooters. Jonathan Pinker's has been playing really well here the last 5, 6, 7 games. Has been shooting the ball really well for us. He's long, he's lanky, he's got an opportunity, I think, maybe to go play at the next level. Got to get a little tougher. He's done a great job. And then, you got guys coming off the bench. You've got a Zaire Smart who's got a really pretty shot. I think has a chance to be a pretty good player here. He's a junior. And you've got Jameer Stevens who comes in, who's just a lockdown defender. Has done a really good job last night. And then, Cleveland has come in and been one of those surprises. We weren't really sure what we were going to get out of him. And he's been great off the bench. So, again, it's not just been one person. We've been stressing that team aspect of it all year long. And they've really, again, they bought into it, and they've really done well. So there's not just one guy. It's, every night you got to figure out, pick your poison, who's going to stop. And I feel like we've done a really good job of stressing team offense, team defense, and the kids have done a good job of buying into it.
All right, last question. You already had to face Savannah High once this year, and that conference you're in, that region you're in, is black and blue. So what's your outlook for the rest of the year there, Coach?
Well, you know what? The first time we played them, you can watch all the film you want. You can see them in the summer. It's a lot different when you see them, up close, and you see how you play them. So, we played that game. I think Ty got a tooth knocked out. Only played about 10 minutes. Had some foul trouble. So we only hit 2 threes. We didn't shoot the ball really well that night, and he did a good job inside of protecting the paint. So we feel like, if we get our best players back, we shoot it a little bit better. We only lost by 15. So we feel like we got a pretty good shot. I told our kids, I think, they played really well. They really did. Our guys, we're still learning. There's still a lot of things we don't even have in yet. I mean, we played basically man-to-man defense the whole time. We don't have anything else in. So I think we're going to get better. So I think hopefully here by January and February, we're going to be a much better team. I think we'll get better. Can we beat those guys? No, I did. Not sure yet. But I guarantee you our guys are going to try, to get a win and then be able to pull back that region championship again.
Well, you got a big game today. If you get out to what time? Let's see. Let me go to my
schedule. We're going to 2:30. I actually got to head down to the gym here in a few minutes.
There you go.
Get ready for it.
2:30. 2:30 against Johnson High School. It's going to be a barn burner. You better get there early because, everybody in Savannah will be there, and it'll be a packed house. Coach, congratulations. I'm glad you found a place that finally you might be able to call home and you won't be hanging.
So, I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm staying here for a while.
All right. I appreciate it. Good luck, and I'll keep in touch. Once again,
thank you. Appreciate everything you do, man.
Hey, have fun today.
Thank you, buddy. See ya.
And that's Travis Priddy, the head coach at Woodville-Tompkins. He's been here for a long time. I can tell you, we both lived that 5 overtime game way back when, and he's been Country Day, Christian, Effingham. Now he's in Woodville-Tompkins doing a great job. All right, my next guest has been waiting patiently in the green room. Okay, she's having a phenomenal year. If you don't know who this young lady is, you should know because she's probably one of the best, if not the best, girls basketball player. She's the only one to make SandySpiels.com preseason All-State team. And Coach Mitzi has a lot of great things to say about her. But joining me next, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic from Bryan County High School will be Kaylee Wedlow. I can't wait to speak to her. She'll be right on here because you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. 3.5